I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles as they match up with a former league MVP, Matt Ryan, and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll talk to you again at halftime, but for the call of this one, let's send it out to our EA Sports broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Godden with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Carson Wentz in his 4th season now out of North Dakota State, ready to bring out this Eagles offense. And he's had to sit and watch Nick Foles under center during Philly's last 2 playoff runs, so health will be a key for Wentz in 2019, no doubt.
Go. 280! Watch the curve.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The give to Howard running left. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here we go. 180!
On first down, they run with Howard. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, team! Gonna be a long day.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Go. 280! Mike is 59.
Looking from the gun, Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Justin Hardy deep for Atlanta. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick of the 2008 draft, the man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
Always knew he'd be a gym rat, very cerebral player, a guy that beats you with his mind as well as his physical attributes. But the best part, poise under pressure. He knows how to bring a team back in the 4th quarter.
Ready? 5:25. You never read. Let's go, baby. Ready to go.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Gets it off to Freeman. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw is Ryan. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. To throw again is Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
They've done an excellent job blanketing Julio Jones here in the first half. That's just his 2nd catch. So as they head into halftime, the Falcons have to ask this question of themselves. How do we get the ball to number 11?
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
He's coming. We got double up. Get up.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. throwing again. Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Get up!
They'll look to run with Freeman. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. So we've hit halftime in what was obviously a very fast-moving first half of play. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a defensive stalemate. No scoring in that first half whatsoever. But a breakthrough can't be too far off. And for the start of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Ryan will throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Atlanta as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And hang on here, Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Smith, his first carry, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Ryan to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So a big one coming now for Giorgio Tavecchio. This for the lead in the final stages. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. Back to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Ertz over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5, pickup of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. On 3rd and goal, Howard. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jordan Howard with time running out. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So Ryan and the Falcons down 7-3, 20 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.